Hey everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey guys, sorry we're kind of scrambling a little bit this morning.
Man.
We were down to the gun trying to do a couple things last minute.
Got a couple things on the agenda today. We were almost ready for it, but not exactly yet. So now we are.
So good morning. How are you guys? How was your week?
Happy Saturday, everybody.
Yeah. Hopefully you're we're all getting closer to spring, so that's always exciting.
A couple weeks off, right?
I know, it's like 2 weeks away.
Gosh.
So I think daylight savings is next weekend. That came up fast,
That
right?
did. Wow, that came up really fast.
I think it's next Saturday night.
So the day's going to get longer.
I know. So
wow.
Yeah, we have a new background.
Have you seen our background?
What do you think?
Yeah, tell us what you think. Say hi in the chat and let us know what you guys think about it. It's something new we just made, and we're kind of proud of it.
I'm pretty happy about it, actually. If you have been watching for a bit, we just had this stark white background.
Yeah, and at times we had other things behind us, a couple things behind us, but it didn't. It wasn't the best. This is better. We're classing up the joint.
We're classing up the joint. And it's always a work in progress, right? We'll probably we'll keep this probably, but maybe we'll add more to it. We don't know. We don't know. But how are you today? Let us know in the chat if you're joining in, where you are from, what's your weather like today or for the weekend, or
what's popping up in your garden.
What's popping up in your garden?
Yeah, we want to know. So
we've got some fun things to talk about today, and before we get any further, we're Sean and Allison McManus from Spoken Garden.
Hi guys.
And we're so excited to be here with you every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yep. And if you don't know, we share our daily videos on what we're doing out in our garden to help you out, and our overall goal, our overall mission is to help you become a better gardener. So here we are.
Yeah, this past year has been a blast too. I mean, we've been doing video on YouTube for almost a full year now.
Yep.
And it's just been the best experience.
Yeah, we've learned a lot.
We've learned a lot.
So,
but we're so happy to be here.
So yeah. So with that, I don't see anybody in the chat yet, but
I think we're all waking up still, like we are.
Get your coffee.
Got my tea. Got coffee. So cheers to you guys. Good morning. Happy Saturday. And we are talking about plants today, specifically annuals that are early spring bloomers.
Ooh, fun.
Or, a couple that are a little bit later in the spring.
But spring bloomers nonetheless.
Spring blooming plants that would be perfect for containers or any other small spaces.
Yeah, we've got quite a few. I think we've got like 9 plants we're going to go over. They're all available online to buy, and we'll get into more of that in a little bit. But yeah, beautiful plants. We're excited about this. There's full sun, part sun, full shade. It's awesome. Yeah, can't wait to tell you about them.
Really, and the shade-loving plants that still bloom and have beautiful color in the spring. I mean, I think that is the money right there.
Well, we live in the Pacific Northwest, if you don't know, so there's a lot of shade around here. We have a lot of tall trees, so there's a lot of opportunities in our garden for shade-loving plants. So we get excited about it because sometimes it's hard to find those plants.
I know. I know.
But first,
if you're joining us for the first time, we go live every Saturday morning to just have a garden chat, and usually by the end of the live, we've had a great conversation with everybody who's watching, and we're talking about plants and garden tips and just different fun things going on.
Yeah, we really get some great interactions, and the very first thing we've been doing lately, last couple weeks at least, is answering your questions from previous videos we've put out, and so it's been really fun to highlight these and to talk to you, to answer your questions and to help you out in your garden.
Yeah, I know, this has been
great. So that's probably where we should start, I guess.
So here we go. First question, we just write it down on paper. Okay, so from Brian, and I believe this was on a recent video we posted about outdoor vertical planters, which we unboxed, and that was really fun.
From Garai.
From Garai.
And we have a link on that, real quick, we have a link on that in the description of that video for their Amazon page. If you want to look at their vertical gardeners, they have it all laid out on Amazon. So go to that video, look for the link, go there, check it out.
Those are some really cute planters. I'm so excited to use those this year.
I know, me too.
So Brian asked, would either of these planters work for an apartment or a deck? Or sorry, for an apartment with a deck.
Yep.
So any kind of
It's a really good question too. Yeah, for that small of a space in that situation, they would be perfect. They would work awesome in that. I mean, you could either hang them. One of them is a wall hanger type of. It's framed out and it's got little baskets on it, so one of those would work great on its own frame or against a wall. the other one is a standalone, and yeah, that'd be perfect.
That'd be perfect.
Indoors or outdoors.
Yeah, really, the wall hanger or the wall planter they call it, like you said, it could definitely be used inside too. So it's really versatile. It's very lightweight, so you could definitely hang it on a wall or I think there's a lot of uses for both of those different types of planters.
Yeah, they're great. They'd be great for herbs. They'd be great for like veggies, like
maybe lettuces,
maybe some radishes, but maybe not. They're
not
as deep.
They're what, about 6 to 8 inches
8 inches.
deep? They're 8 inches.
They're 8 inches, so they might work, but it might be hit or miss with different radishes depending on what you're growing. But yeah, lots of versatility. Definitely plants that hang, that drape down or grow up if you wanted to.
I know. I think we're still kind of deciding what we're going to plant in those, and we'll make that a video as well. But I love the idea of using either of those items on some type of balcony or apartment. They're definitely made for small spaces.
Yep.
So, and it's fun to think vertical. Yeah, you can grow so many things in smaller spaces if you have to.
So, great question.
Really good question.
Woo-hoo. So next.
All right. Do you want me to ask?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So it looks like this is from Earthy Gecko Plays?
Yes.
Earthy Gecko Plays.
Yes.
Okay. So this is on a video we posted last spring, so about not quite a year ago, maybe last May, about how to plant gladiolus bulbs.
Oh yeah.
We've been seeing a lot of questions lately.
Yeah, and a lot of views on that too.
Yeah,
so
gladiolus bulbs and Canna lily bulbs. Those are both been really... Okay, so I'm off topic. So, question. If I didn't plant my gladiolus bulbs correctly, should I dig it up or just leave it?
If you just plant it, that's a great question, by the way, because we kind of ran into the same thing, or we've run into similar things before with different bulbs. And it's like, oh, did we plant it? Did we plant it the right orientation? Did we get it deep enough? Was it too shallow? Was it not planted deep enough? So, yeah, you can totally, especially if you just planted it, like about a week ago or so, and you're pretty sure there's no new growth, it's not popping up anywhere. Yeah, get back in there and reorient it, get it to the right depth, whatever you need to do to replant it and get it the way you want it. Yeah, you can totally do that. You can totally replant it, get in there and do that. It's okay.
Yeah, that's a good. So that could go for any of your spring blooming bulbs if you're able to plant those right now, which we're not yet.
Not yet.
Not in our climate, but yeah, fix it up.
Yeah.
We need to.
Yeah, good question. Yeah, I know some of these things. It's like, oh my God, I already did it. What can I do? It's like, you can do that.
Carefully.
Yes. So, cool. Good question. All right, next question. From City Foodie Farm, which love your channel, by the way. If you guys want to know about cooking, I think it's vegan style, and it's a lot of vegetables, different kinds of what do you call them, meals. She does a lot of that, and it's a great channel.
And
a lot of good ideas.
Chickens and stuff too. She has that's cool.
Fun channel, by the way. Go there, check it out. City Foodie Farm. She asked, what do you guys think of winter sowing methods in a milk jug outside in the elements? I was debating on trying it.
Yeah.
So, and this question came from 3 seedling care mistakes to avoid. That was one of our shorts. So, great question about the mini jugs out in the elements. We did it. We actually made a video about it.
They're successful so far. Like, if you guys aren't familiar, it's kind of a big thing in the last couple years where you take like an old milk jug or some kind of plastic container that's basically transparent all the way around, and you manipulate it a little bit and you plant seeds in it and you leave it outside.
Yep. And so basically the whole thing is you're creating your own mini greenhouse outside in one of those jugs. And so it's really cool. We've already seen some seeds germinate in it. This is the first time we've done it this year.
I know, we've never
tried it. The concept is pretty simple. It's just like a mini greenhouse, like I just said. But we've never tried it until this year. So we're having great results so far.
Oh, it's been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
so City Foodie Farm, if you're thinking about doing it,
give it a try.
Yeah, totally.
And Sean and I are big proponents of we love to experiment. Even things that we think might work or might not work, we'll try it anyway, because why not? So I mean, yeah, it couldn't hurt to give it a try, especially if you've got the supplies.
Yeah. So get out there and do it.
Yeah, have fun.
Cool.
Let us know how it goes.
Totally. Yeah.
Definitely. Let's see. Okay, wow, this is a really long question. This is about Canna lily bulbs. So again, another spring blooming or spring planted bulb, summer blooming bulb. So the video was planting Canna bulbs in containers, and we filmed this last spring. So let's see. Someone gave this. It's Reese's and Coco is the account. Someone gave me several Canna bulbs, and I'm going to use your advice and plant them in 2 pots on my back deck.
Woohoo.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome.
what can I do for them when I'm on vacation as far as watering? And then
it's kind of a two-part.
It's kind of a two-part.
Yeah.
Also, can I plant them in the ground and leave them there throughout the winter in North Carolina?
Very good questions, by the way. Very good questions. Let's go for the vacation question. If you have self-watering containers, and you can like we just became aware of and were sent because we're writing an article for Crescent Gardens, and they sent us one of their self-watering containers, big huge one, to try out in our garden and write an article about. But if you have something like that, the one we have, it's rated to self-water up to 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's a really cool self-watering container. So depending on what kind of self-watering container you get and how long they've rated it to self-water until you need to refill that water reservoir, you could use one of those, especially if it's like the one we have, it's 2 weeks, it'll self-water. You're gonna be gone for a week and a half, you're covered. Get the canna lilies in there, make sure you got the right soil, all the conditions and all that. Yeah. But then, fill it full of water, set it and forget it. You should be able to. That's how those are supposed to work. Those self-watering containers are working. Now, if you don't have one of those and you're going to be gone over the summer for, again, a couple weeks or a week and a half or whatever, get a timer on your watering system and use a water system with the timer to irrigate it on a regular basis every day or every other day, whatever you need out there. And that's one way to do it.
We've definitely done that before.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, we've set that up. We've had a couple different variations of that.
We'll tell you about that.
It's almost every year it kind of changes.
I know, it kind of changes.
Or have your have a friend or family member come on over and water them. That would be what I would say.
I know a couple times Sean and I've left town for a little bit, and we literally move all of our containers from all over the yard. Yeah. Front yard and backyard, and we put them all underneath like a big drip line.
It's kind of funny.
It's hilarious. Our yard is in complete disarray, but everything gets watered, so that's all we care about. Yep. And nobody has to come over.
So yeah, great question on that. The other question.
So the other part was, can I leave them in the ground over the winter in North Carolina?
So we had to do a little research on that because we're not familiar with North Carolina. So your zone range is 6A to 8A. So you have a little bit of range there.
Yeah.
Now, canna lilies in general are hardy outside, to stay outside in zones 8 through 11. So if you're in the part of North Carolina that is zoned for 8A, that hardiness zone, 8A, then you should be able to technically leave them outside. Now, with microclimates and different things going on, maybe in your garden, over and above that zoning, you might have to give that some more thought because it might get a little bit colder than 8A, it might not. So just something to consider there. Now, if you're not in that zone 8A, you're below that, you're in 6A to 7B, then what you're going to need to do, you can still grow the canna lilies, but you're going to need to dig them up out of the ground and store them over the winter. That's just the general rule of thumb with those. They are hardy 8 through 11, but you can still grow them 2 through 11, but zones 2 through 7, you have to dig them up before winter and store them over the winter and then replant them in that coming spring.
Yeah.
So I hope that all makes sense. So great question though.
So mainly,
Well, it can get complicated.
It can. And I guess, the kind of bottom line, right, is like, what's your zone? And then going from there, like, can you leave them in the winter, over winter or not?
Totally. Yeah, and so side note, little self-promotion. Our talk at the Great Grow Along is about actually choosing the correct plants for your garden, how to do that. And we do a little 3-step system, so just want to throw that out there. That's what we're covering there, so.
I know,
if you're going to that, go watch our video, or our presentation.
I know, we hope it's really helpful for people that are, wondering what plants to add, and, because that does get really complicated.
It can be really hard. Yep.
Like, what in the world do I grow, or like, we have a lot of friends that have asked us tons of questions over the years. A lot of audience members, like, they want everything, right?
Yeah.
So
I want that. I want that. I'm taking it all home.
They don't know how to care for it. They don't know what to do once they get it home. It can be messy.
But so great question though, Reese's and Cocoa. So appreciate that.
I think that was our last question
I think
for now. So we have had a lot of awesome comments on our some of our recent videos as well, because we're running a giveaway this week on Instagram and on YouTube. Yep. So
in our email list.
In our email marketing, or our email list as well. So we have free tickets to give away to the Great Grow Along. Our contest is ending on tomorrow, Sunday night. And if you're here today with us during the live, you might want to stick around because we might have some fun stuff to give away to you as well.
Like a ticket. A ticket? 2 tickets? I can't remember. Yeah, 2 tickets.
2 tickets.
2 tickets to go to the Great Grow Along for free. So we'll talk a little bit more about that.
We definitely will talk more about that. But for now, if you're thinking that you'd like to be a part of the Great Grow Along, drop a comment in the chat and let us know why you want to attend the Great Grow Along. And we'll put your name in a running for a giveaway by the end of the live.
Yep, by the end of today, we will do it. We're going to do it live here on camera.
And we've been
2 tickets.
2 tickets.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll remind you.
So a ticket apiece.
Yeah.
Just make sure that's clear.
That's good. I know. 2 different people will win 1 ticket each. Make sure we. Yeah. But we've been appreciating your comments on YouTube on the video that we posted that on, and that's been really fun to read why everybody wants to go to the Great Grow Along and learn more.
So technically, if somebody wanted to, this is fun. If somebody wanted to, technically, they could get a ticket today from this live. Talking to you out there.
You.
Talking to you out there. And then they could also go to our vertical gardening daily video.
Which, yes.
And then
we posted Wednesday, I think.
They could enter that for another ticket that we're going to announce next week. So technically, you could be in the running for 2 tickets.
Actually 3.
Right now.
Because if you go over to our Instagram page, we're also running a contest there. So we had a bunch of tickets to give away since we're speakers or speaking at the Great Grow Along. So we've kind of split them up. Yep. So you've got lots of chances to win if you really, really want to go. Yep.
So, okay, it's out there. It's up to you. You gotta do it. Okay. So, enough of that.
Okay, so we always appreciate your questions by the way. So thank you and keep them coming. And yeah, today's topic though, should we roll into that? I mean, we're ready for flowers and plants, right? It's almost spring, which means summer's right around the corner as well. So plants, we want color, we want to like design and just set new things up in our yard.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're talking about early spring blooming annuals that, they might bloom throughout the spring and maybe into the summer as well. So that's
definitely.
That's
some
awesome.
of these we have today do exactly that.
So that's pretty fun. And we're specifically focused on containers for today. So annuals that would be really good options for containers or other small spaces.
Yep, other small spaces, definitely. Yep, so annual plants, fun times. Should we do it?
Yeah, let's get started. I know, we always love talking about plants.
Plants are
And as
fun.
usual, by the end of this, we want every plant. Don't we all, right? So what we're focused on today is the type of plant. We have a couple different color options to show you. We're going to show you where you can find them online, or at least give you ideas of where you could go. We've got the hardiness zones on this slide for you.
So here's our first one up.
And there's so many beautiful plants, you guys. It's like, what colors do you like? What sizes and shapes? I mean, there's a huge range.
Yep, so first up, English daisies.
Oh, look at those.
Now, these are a very versatile plant. We covered this in one of our most recent plant videos.
We did,
Yeah,
yes.
Plant chats on Friday. It's versatile because one, it'll grow in sun or park shade, but it's hardy in zones 4 through 8.
I know.
That's a good range.
Got a good range of a little bit colder climates.
Mm-hmm. Now, and you can see here just how beautiful it is. I think we've got a couple different scenarios here. I think the far left slide or far left picture that's one in our pots.
Yes.
That we planted
It's
out
one of
here.
our beautiful little white ones.
Yeah.
So pretty.
And then these other two, these are beautiful.
The one in the middle, the little pink ones there, those came from actually a local nursery that we love. But beautiful little pink option with the darker pink center.
Ooh, pretty.
Kind of ring and then yellow in the middle.
I like that.
I know, it's gorgeous.
Wow. Yeah.
And the thing with English daisies is they don't get very tall, so they make a great container. They make a great container plant because you can match them and pair them with so many other things.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're a low grower. You can use them for that height difference, and then especially obviously with all that color.
I know that color.
So.
And we forgot to mention that today's episode about these annuals that are perfect for containers, this is kind of a part 1 of a little short series we're going to do with our lives. Next week we're going to talk about pairing these plants with other plants and talk about container design. Mm-hmm. So today we're just looking at plants.
Yep, just annuals. Yep. So So that's a very beautiful plant. Go ahead.
So you can find pretty much, you guys, any garden center that you have locally, including the box stores like Lowe's or Home Depot, you should be able to find those. In fact, they've been out for a while. We got ours in February, so you know, they force them and they grow early, but normally they'd be blooming probably about now.
Yep, starting about now, or just getting ready to, depending on where you live.
We have a few in our yard in the ground, and they are just starting to open up pretty close.
Like they're waking up.
They're kind of waking up.
Hey, look at all this! It's a new year. Here we are.
I know, and they're cute and just little, and like, you should be able to find them almost anywhere, actually.
Yeah, they're pretty much everywhere.
So they're pretty cute.
So okay, so next up,
so English daisies. What do we have next?
Woo! African daisies.
African daisies.
Beautiful, gorge.
I love African daisies, and it's great because they bloom in the spring and usually the fall again. Often you'll be able to get a double bloom out of those. So African daisies, or Osteospermum eclonus, they're hardy in zones 9 through 11. So they're definitely going to be a warmer climate perennial, but in ours, everything else would just be considered an annual. So they do love full sun, but we've grown ours successfully in some partial shade as well.
Yeah, we have. That's right.
We grew a lot of African daisies last year, and they did really well in our zone 8B.
So guys, we want to tell you too, we didn't tell you this before, any of these that are listed under Proven Winners, you'll be able to go to provenwinners.com, search for these, and we chose these specifically because you can actually buy these online as living plants. You don't have to buy the seed, you can buy the whole plant. It'll either be in a 4-inch pot or a gallon pot. They have a couple different sizes depending on the plant. Each plant will be different, what availability is to be bought at what size. But so if they say Proven Winners on here, then they are available for sale right now, provenwinners.com.
And they're you're right, and they're available for pre-order. They haven't shipped everything yet, but the beautiful yellow one on the left there, that was found, we found that on Monrovia website. I believe, unfortunately, they might not actually sell it there now that I think about it.
So, so Monrovia, usually what they do is up until this point, they might have changed it in the last couple of years, but up until this point, they usually just supply the plants to the retail nurseries and to other growers. They usually don't sell directly to customers, to the public. So when you go on there, keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's really helpful. And then the red one, the Bright Lights Red, that's definitely Proven Winners, and that is available to order, to pre-order now, and they can ship that.
Oh, that's
Isn't
beautiful.
that gorgeous? Look at that red color.
Bright Lights Red.
I think that would match so well with so many different containers, so you'll probably see this plant in a couple other slides next week.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, African daisies are beautiful. Last year, did we have, I remember something about maybe a purple or a blue?
We had several colors. We had one that looked like that yellow one you just saw. We had a red one that we've overwintered in our greenhouse.
The flowers were like this big.
They're pretty...
They're good size. They're like probably 3 inches.
I don't know if they're quite that big, but...
I remember them pretty big.
But they're beautiful. And we had, didn't we have an orange one?
Yeah.
So we kind of went nuts on color, and we're continuing that trend. This year we're really obsessed with bright colors.
Bright colors. Yellows, oranges.
Pinks, hot pinks.
Yeah. Little few whites.
Maybe some white.
Purples here and there.
But if you guys are, if you're kind of designing with a certain color in mind in your garden, let us know in the chat, because that's always fun to talk about.
Yeah, I think somebody's in the chat right now.
Real Genie popped in for a minute, but it sounds like maybe he wasn't able to hang out too long.
Oh, okay.
But
okay. Well, thanks for stopping
by. I know everybody's busy, right?
It's totally. Oh my gosh.
First weekend of March and.
So
more
next
plants.
up,
Okay.
Phlox. This is a hybrid.
I really like phlox. We've actually never grown this in our garden.
It's another pretty versatile plant. I mean, especially with that hardiness zone, 3B to 8B. That's a large range there. So full sun, exclusively there. But you can find it at Proven Winners and or other local garden centers. It comes in so many different colors. It's crazy, guys. I mean, really, think of the rainbow. And that's all the colors it comes in. I mean, there's so many colors, it's crazy.
I would really like to add some phlox. And now, don't be alarmed, these look like, I mean, you can grow them as ground covers or shrubs almost. They get so full. But they're great for containers as well.
Yep. And don't get these confused with, this is the annual phlox, there's a perennial phlox.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so just be aware of that. Again, these are all annuals, considered and sold as annuals that we're showing you today.
Look, Oh, look at that beautiful pink flower. It's just such a, it almost looks tropical. It reminds me of a clematis for some reason.
Yeah.
It's called Spring Bling Ruby Riot. And both of these plants are found at Proven Winners. And, they have a ton of other colors, like Sean was saying.
Oh, yeah. So many colors, guys.
So, like, those are the two that really popped out.
You could go crazy just on phlox and all the different colors.
So that would make a great container option. Maybe you're starting to see some that you could kind of put together.
Yeah, totally.
I know, there's so many options.
Yeah. So next up, ooh, pretty.
Ooh, I really like Snapdragons.
Yeah.
So we're actually growing these from seed right now, so we'll see if they bloom this spring, or maybe they won't. They'll be later in the season. But Snapdragons are another beautiful plant or annual, except they're hardy in zones 10 through 11. But they come in so many different colors. And the cool thing about Snapdragons is they have that upright kind of, a form to them, so they look great in the back of a container or even a solo container, like you see this one right on the left there. That's called Angel Face Wedgwood Blue. Apparently, I really like that one.
Yeah, and these Snapdragons, like a lot of other Snapdragons, they'll get up to almost 3 feet tall.
Wow!
I mean, they get pretty big. Now, something to look at here, as you can see on the screen there, it says Snapdragons Angelonia hybrid. Well, so when you think Snapdragons, you might not think, well, wait a minute, that's not a true Snapdragon, is it? Well, it's like, well, that's a common name, Snapdragon, for these. The usual species for Snapdragons is Antirrhinum, or I'm sure other people say the Latin a little bit different, but Antirrhinum, I think it's Magus. And so that's the normal, usual Snapdragon that everybody thinks of. That's the one that's the cold hardy, cold season crop, kind of cut flower one. And this is a little bit different. The Antirrhinum, it is a lot, the zones are different than this. It'll grow in actually lower zones. It's a lot harder than this one. Yeah, I wanted to point that out.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, but anyway, so just keep that in mind. This is a little bit different kind of a Snapdragon.
So we're probably growing, I haven't even looked at the seed pack now that I think about it. It's probably the other kind that we're growing.
It is.
So this is more of a spring and summer bloomer. I think they advertise on Proven Winners.
Yep,
so that's kind of cool.
And actually on here it says Summer Snapdragon.
Summer Snapdragon,
so these
but
are
it does
definitely
bloom in the spring.
Yes.
But look at those colors. Oh, so many options, you guys.
So cool. Yeah, beautiful, you guys. And they do have the Snapdragon flower, that very similar flower like a Snapdragon has, if you're familiar with those.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, so, but, okay. So,
I'd like to add those to our garden.
oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too, yeah. Ooh, hey.
So this is a good one. This is such a versatile plant, and we actually have some that has overwintered. Now, Sweet Alyssum is hardy in zones 9A through 11B, but
it's grown as an annual.
it's grown as an annual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a normal bedding plant. You'll see it around everywhere, really, in a lot of different local nurseries and box stores and stuff. But it's hardy in these zones 9A to 11B.
You can really, I mean, look at those colors though. I think of Alyssum, I think of white, like a white. And we have some that actually has overwintered and is thriving in our garden. Right?
Yeah, we do. That's right. I forgot about that. Usually it doesn't happen.
Some Alyssum might be able to get away by, being a perennial in zones 8. So, but this is a full to partial sun. They're pretty versatile because they can kind of sort of grow anywhere as long as it's not full shade. And these plants are, again, we found these online at Proven Winners, but I mean, like Sean said, you can pretty much find these anywhere.
Well, maybe not these specific ones.
Maybe not these specific
anywhere, but the Alyssum in general can be found everywhere. So that's what we mean, sorry.
Yeah, I like that purple one. That's really striking.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
That's a beautiful option.
Yeah, usually Alyssum, if you put it in a container, it's usually a great edge plant, so it can grow out and then down a little bit and trail. So yeah, and then you'll have your bigger plants behind it. But we're gonna get into that more next week.
We'll do design next week. Yeah,
So,
that's always fun to look at. Just get inspiration. I know we love that.
Ooh, Dianthus.
So moving on, we've got one of our favorites, Dianthus.
Yeah, we have a couple of these around the yard.
We have quite a few, and they're so versatile. I mean, look at that range. They're hardy in zones 4 through 9.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, these are a beautiful plant. They come in a lot of different colors. You can see here, Proven Winners. We've got these two up here: Fruit Punch, Cherry Vanilla. Boy, that actually sounds like a great drink.
I'm actually really obsessed with this plant. Once we found this, it was like, okay, we need to add that to our.
Yeah, I mean that just looks like all kinds of fun and beauty. Just oh my gosh.
I just love it. I love the little ball shape. It's a double Dianthus bloom, right?
A lot of petals.
Really pretty.
Yep. Partial sun, full sun. Yeah, these are just beautiful flowers and plants. Easy to maintain too.
Yeah.
They don't take a lot of maintenance, which is good. So, and actually, we did a plant chat on Dianthus.
We did. We also divided them. You can divide Dianthus once they grow large enough and they're healthy enough. So that's, and it really, this really is kind of more of a perennial, actually. I mean, there's so many zones that this can grow in. So they consider it an annual online on this Proven Winners website. But
yeah, beautiful.
look at those. Look at the color of that. Now, Paint the Town Fancy on the right there is apparently new to garden centers this year. So that's kind of fun.
Very bright.
In fact, we found something similar online at our local nursery. I don't know if it was that exact one, but it was similar.
Yeah.
So they have, I mean, Dianthus you can pretty much find anywhere.
Yeah, it's a very well-known plant, readily available.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check your garden centers because I bet they'll have it there.
So
next, what do we have next?
Impatiens.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
I want to add to
Ooh,
our
Walleranii.
So
Wallery.
Impatiens are amazing because they're part shade to full shade. So if you're looking for a plant that you need to fill in an area of like darkness, right? Like shade, not a lot of light. Impatiens would be an awesome option.
They're easy to care for. They have a very lush green growth of leaf. And then those flowers, I mean, the ones we have up here on the screen, those pink ones on the earth, it says,
love those.
It says Rockapolco,
Rockapolco purple.
Those almost look like a double, like almost like a rose.
I believe that is a double Impatiens.
Yeah. Oh, it does say that, yeah. But it looks like almost like a rose.
That's so beautiful.
Isn't that beautiful?
They have a line, Proven Winners, you know, they have the best names. But Rockapolco, and they have it in all different colors. I believe they have white, they have purple, they have pink, which I think that looks like more of a hot pink, kind of fuchsia color, but they consider that purple. So check out Proven Winners if you're interested in those, because look at that container. You're right, they do. They just look like a mini rose.
They really do.
Very striking. And you can put it in the shade.
And we don't want to neglect the other one.
I love the other
which
one,
is
too.
a more traditional type of Impatiens flower. Infinity Orange Frost. Oh, and it's a New Guinea Impatiens. So it's a little bit different. It's got a little bit different leaf, but it's still.
Oh, it does. Right.
It's got more of a pointed leaf. It's a lot darker. The leaf shape is a tiny bit different, and the serration is slightly different too. But beautiful.
That color is just striking. I mean, that could really just brighten up a whole area. I really like that orange. And they have a lot more online. So local garden centers, probably your box stores like Lowe's and Home Depot and stuff, they'll probably carry Impatiens.
Yeah, Proven Winners is really well known, widely distributed. They don't just sell to anybody, but they sell to a lot of different places.
Yeah, they do.
So, yep.
So check around. I mean, if you want specific colors, that's where you need, that's kind of what we were going after. Like, that's why you need to probably look at like a Proven Winners website and see what you actually want and what's sold online.
Now, side note, remind me, is the March Madness plant contest still going on for Proven Winners?
Yeah, they have a contest, so this is super fun. They're running what's called a Shrub Madness.
Shrub Madness!
So if you're familiar with, filling out a bracket for basketball every March, which is fun, right? NCAA. They're doing a Shrub Madness. They've been doing it for a few years, apparently.
It's a really cool layout how they got it.
It's pretty slick.
I think is it shrubmadness.com?
I'm not sure exactly, but we can.
Yeah, Google it. If that doesn't work, Google it and find it. It's fun.
You just vote on shrubs, so it's kind of, it's silly, right? I mean, you're looking at like shrub versus shrub, and you can pick which one you like better based on color or maybe the form of it or whatever you want. Yeah. So there are prizes, though. They're giving away plants. In fact, one of the prizes, I believe it's more of a grand prize, is a $250 gift card to Corona Tools.
Oh, wow. That is so cool.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
And they're giving away some of the shrubs at the top end. Like once you get to the Final Four, I think some of the winners get like all the shrubs that make it to the Final Four.
Get to the end of the bracket. That's the goal.
I know. We're totally playing, by the way. Because more plants, right?
Totally. So go check it out. Super cool.
That's a fun,
So, okay. And
we have any more plants?
Yes, we do.
Oh, we do. We have a couple more.
So Lobelia. Lobelia, I'm going to go after this. Lobelia Erinus. Yeah, Latin's fun.
But Lobelia is a great versatile one. I think of Lobelia being a container filler. It's just it spreads around, it fills in. It's beautiful.
Yeah, these containers that are up here are just great examples of how it really fills out and fills in and drapes over. Just nice. And they've got two different, Allison put these sides together and she's got two different containers up here. One's a glazed on the right, and the other one looks like more of just a terracotta type of clay pot. And in both situations, whether it's just that clay natural finish or the glazed finish, it pops.
It really pops.
Yeah.
That Laguna ultraviolet on the right there, look at that color.
Mm-hmm. Very striking.
So lobelia is so beautiful because you can find kind of a bluish, color or white.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of used to those two colors.
There's purples,
There's lots of shades of and variations.
Yep.
Pink, there's pink lobelia.
Oh yeah.
So now hardy to zones, or hardy in zones 9B to 11B. So it's going to be obviously considered an annual everywhere else. Full to partial sun. So that's pretty versatile.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can usually find those at any garden centers. I don't know if they'll be out yet. I'm kind of surprised that's marketed as a spring bloomer, but...
Well, it usually goes from spring into summer and possibly into fall with some of them. It just depends on, on the different ones. But yeah, I mean, they bloom for a very long time as long as you give them what they need.
That's always a good thing. Yeah. So yeah, if you're looking for something that has kind of just that little delicate looking flower and different, kind of pops of blue or purple, this would be a great option.
Yeah, and for pollinators, they love this plant because there's so many flowers. They can just go, they can hop real easy from flower to flower.
Yeah.
So you get one of these, you're going to see a lot of pollinators.
Which is always a good thing.
Always a good thing.
So you guys, are you seeing some stuff that you like so far? Are you taking notes? Usually whenever we present plants like this, we are totally excited by the end and we just want all of them. But some of them you can grow from seed and maybe they'll bloom a little later in the summer, so that's always a fun option.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not, like a spring bloomer, but you could get it to bloom for summer and fall.
Yeah, totally.
So that's always fun.
That's a good thing there.
Like alyssum, we always grow alyssum from seed. So for us, it's not really a spring blooming plant, but it, we'll have it for the summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, totally. Yeah. So, last but not least, poppies. Yay. Now, who doesn't really like poppies? Come on.
So it's a Poppiver hybrid, Oriental poppies, and they come in like every color you can think of.
Really? Yeah, these are really versatile plant in their hardiness zones 3A to 7P.
Wow.
I mean, you want to talk about a colder type of northern type of climate, harsher climate, those zones pretty much cover it. Definitely full sun. This plant, given the right conditions, will just literally explode with flowers and growth. It's just a beautiful, beautiful plant. You can see up here we've got Prince of Orange.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks very royalty.
Yeah.
Royalty, yeah. And then we've got up here Royal Wedding.
I love the white one, the Royal Wedding. That's a fun one.
Yeah, these are just beautiful plants. Their flowers get pretty big too. So
again, we found these all at Proven Winners just because, again, they are selling them and you can buy them online, so that way you don't have to leave.
Yep, you can buy the literal plant, the whole plant. They'll come in, a little 4-inch container, or they might come in a gallon container.
I don't remember with those, yeah.
So, but it depends on by plant. Each plant, it depends on. So, you got to go there and figure it out. You got to go there and find out.
Colors. You could make a whole container of orange and white if that's your thing.
Yeah, go there and pre-order right now, get it all set up, and then you just expect them to come a little bit later when they're starting to ship them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, really cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you got some ideas and some inspiration, that'd be great. And so if you can, let us know in the comments or in the chat there. And we hope that was helpful.
I know, and that was, like we said, that's like a part one. Next week on next week's live, 9 a.m. We'll talk more about like container design and maybe not necessarily with those plants, but spring containers. So making colorful spring containers that might even bloom into the summer. So I know it's always fun to just pair things together and see what, as long as all their needs are met and they're all compatible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. So, like Allison said, as long as you meet all those needs and they're compatible like that, you can put almost anything together. It just depends on what your goal is, what the colors you like, the textures of the leaves and the plants themselves. You basically create a unique pot every single time if you want to, and it's so fun.
I know,
it's so open. So
for us, it's bonus points if you can find a plant that actually will be a perennial in your zone, because then it feels like okay, I'm investing in a little more of the future. Because a lot of people, annuals, it's just kind of one and done.
Yeah.
Unless you maybe take seeds and try to or any kind of cuttings maybe, and try to which we're sort of doing with. Or we did with our geraniums.
We tried some things last year, so we'll update y'all on that a little bit later.
But it is fun to try new color combinations every year. So next week we'll be diving into that, a little more container design.
Totally.
So that's fun.
So yeah, so that's it for all the plants. Again, we hope you found that very helpful. So we're gonna move it along here. So next up, do we want to talk about what's flowering?
Yeah, we'll do a quick. We just have a couple of things left to talk about because.
We got to run our contest.
Yeah, I know we do.
So.
Oh, that's right. So this is a good. So those of you that are watching right now, let us know if you're interested in going to the Great Grow Along because we have 2 free tickets to give away that we saved specifically for you guys because a lot of you join us every week here at the in our lives.
Yep.
You watch us stumble sometimes. I mean, we've been learning as we're going. We're having such a blast.
Yeah, those 2 tickets are for today only.
Yeah.
Today only. There's a couple other contests for a couple more tickets.
Yeah.
Other places, but today 2 tickets going to you guys, 1 each, at the end of this at the end of this live.
Pretty soon.
So actually, yeah.
So let us know, yeah, if you guys are excited and you want to go to the or you'd like to be a part of the Great Grow Along, let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
Let us know. Maybe just throw your name out. Like, yes, I wanna enter the drawing, or tell us why you want to go to the Great Grow Along. And we're gonna do just a quick drawing here.
Or just tell us what you're interested in this year for your garden. Maybe that's something there too.
Oh,
we're getting some activity in the chat.
I know.
So this is
I feel
fun.
like you guys. We've been kind of wondering if we should switch our live time to a little later.
Yeah.
We've been doing 9 just because that seems easy, but a lot of you don't join until about 9:30.
Yeah.
Closer to 10 sometimes. So we're thinking, are we too early? I mean,
Yeah.
maybe people aren't up yet or moving around.
Saturday seems to work. The day itself seems to
I
work
like
great.
Saturdays.
But if you guys would like us to go a little bit later in the morning, let us know because we're here for you guys.
Yeah,
and
we want to
help you. So if you guys are more available, if your schedules are better, you're more awake, you've had coffee and some food before you want to come on and watch our live, let us know what time, and we'll adapt. We'll change it up.
Yeah. So we've got Sherry. Good morning. Nice to
morning,
see you.
Sherry.
Hope you've had a really good week, and hope you're having fun planting too. We got a ton. We have a lot of stuff we're gonna plant.
Oh my God.
We were just making a list. We're like, okay, we need to sow some more seeds. We need to get some more things moved around. So
Yeah, gotta go work out in the garden.
I know. We'd love to hear what you've been up to.
Yeah, how are your bulbs doing?
Yeah, I know. And then Andrea B has been wanting to try
Andrea.
poppies.
Ooh, cool. Well, that
Totally
was very
cool.
fortuitous right there.
Might
with
have to
those
try
poppies.
those. I'd like to try the California poppies too. Totally.
Sweet.
Just
Oh,
be
yeah.
careful because those do spread. I mean, and maybe you don't care.
And it depends on where you live.
Yeah, totally.
Up here, the California poppies have acclimatized, they've naturalized, and they kind of grow everywhere.
Yeah, they're pretty.
They're beautiful
But
plants.
some people might consider them kind of invasive, right?
Yeah, if you don't want them, remember, any plant that's in your garden that you don't want is technically a weed. So,
That's true.
yeah. So, but yeah, California poppies, beautiful. Maybe if you're interested in those, calendula.
Ooh, yeah.
In our-
is pretty too.
Yeah, in our climate here, they actually spread around, and they can spread by seed, and they just kind of take off, which is good, again, if you want them in your garden.
I know. There's a lot of uses for calendula, so that's a fun one to.
Totally.
Might want to keep it in a container maybe.
Yeah.
But no, that's cool though about the poppies.
Sweet.
So yeah, good luck with that and keep us posted because it's always fun.
Totally. So, does anybody let us know?
No, not yet. So you know, if we don't,
Should we just make this easier? Should we just say if you're in the chat, you're eligible?
I was gonna say we have next weekend as well. That maybe we can run this. We're deciding on the fly here. What should we do?
I say anybody that wants to, anybody that's here today, we can put them in for the tickets.
So again, let us know if you would like to have a free ticket to the Great Grow Along. We have 2 to give away today.
Yeah.
So we had them ready for you guys. We wish we'd had them last weekend. There was we were talking about it. I feel like last
Well,
time.
we didn't have enough tickets last week.
We didn't have them, that's right.
We made an ask to the Great Grow Along people there, which are very nice people, by the way, and they gave us some more tickets to give away. So that's why we're able to do this today.
Kind of for you guys, by the way.
Pretty
We wanted to be able to have some to give away to the live. So let us know if you're not sure what the Great Grow Along is. It's coming up in about 2 weeks from now, and it's full of a whole bunch of amazing garden speakers. There's all these different sessions. They've got it organized into 6 different tracks of learning. So, for example, Sean and I are speaking in the DIY landscaping track. So there's a lot of different speakers in that with different sessions.
There's pollinators.
Pollinators. I was just trying to think. What else?
Yeah, they're gonna have.
There's edible gardening.
Containers. Yeah, there's
so
much.
many I can't even remember.
Go to, if you want to check it out, if you're not familiar with it, go to greatgrowalong.com. That's it. And then just scroll down. You'll see the different tracks, what they're going to talk about. It starts on the 19th on Friday and goes Saturday and Sunday and ends on Sunday the 21st.
Yeah.
So it's going to be awesome, completely online, lots of different things available to see. So, but we want to make sure these tickets go to you guys. So so let us know.
I think if you guys don't want to go, no worries. We'll give these away next weekend. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next week's live. But so what is growing in our garden?
What's growing in our garden?
And what's growing in your garden? Like what we're starting to see things really, kind of take off now, right?
Ooh, look at all those.
Daylight, the light lengths are getting longer, which is awesome.
Yeah, hopefully the days are getting warmer in your area. It's been kind of a cold, weird winter.
I know.
Everywhere. So, yeah, for us, you can see on the screen there, we'll start in the upper left corner. Crocus. Beautiful.
Oh, we've got lots of crocus. And that's, maybe you have some as well, because that's it's a very late winter or early spring blooming.
Late winter,
bulb.
spring.
So that's a fun one.
Yeah, and then we've got going across on the top there, our lupines. Our lupines are coming back.
No,
we weren't sure. They got infested with aphids last year.
It was such a mess.
Oh, it was gross. It was so infested.
They really took over before we even realized what was going on. Yeah. So we're going to be on top of those plants this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it looks kind of dark there on the top right, but we wanted to show you inside a little sneak peek of one of our winter jugs. So what you're seeing at the bottom kind of left corner there, a whole bunch of amazing gray poppy seeds, or seedlings.
And what Allison's describing here, this is just a reference of, this is the jug planting, jug container planting that we talked about earlier, that City Foodie City Foodie Farm talked about and asked us about earlier. That's what this is right here.
I know, they germinated really well. Now, this was a trial. I mean, this whole thing of winter jug growing was a trial for us. But we used a water bottle for these. We weren't sure, what would happen, but look at them.
And it's funny, too, because about a week or so after we planted these, it snowed a lot.
It did, that's right.
They got buried a little bit in snow, so we were kind of concerned.
They powered through. I mean, they loved their little environment. So now on the bottom row below that, on the far left, you've got our Dianthus. Like we were mentioning earlier, we have Dianthus everywhere. We have some that overwintered and it really never stopped blooming.
Nope.
I really don't remember this not being in bloom. And we planted this last fall. And it's actually in a container with these beautiful yellow pansies and a little white mum.
That was our fall container.
It was a fall container. We actually filmed that, and these Dianthus just love it. So that's fun.
Yeah. Is this next picture in one of our jugs?
Yes, this is another inside sneak peek at one of our jugs. Those little tiny seedlings you see in there are straw flowers.
Look at those little guys.
We have quite a few. And you guys, these were, I think, I took these pictures like days ago. There are even more now. So we have 2 other jugs that haven't germinated yet, and that we're waiting on coneflowers and Rudbeckia, cherry brandy Rudbeckia. And we're not surprised that those haven't germinated yet. Those usually take a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah, but we're very hopeful. It's a fun experiment. So next up here, of course, primroses.
I know, we have them everywhere.
They've kind of been blooming for a while now, but they're really vibrant now. We're pretty sure with the warmer weather and still the cooler temperatures, they're just in heaven right now. They are doing so well all around our garden, front and backyard. Well,
and to mention, we might have talked about this already, but we had a crazy slug problem, and which was very unusual because it seemed like it was too cold for slugs to be out. But they, before we realized it, all of our brand new primroses that were just about to bloom all got just destroyed.
They did. They got chewed up.
Probably about a month ago. So we like to use this product called
Sluggo. And Sluggo Plus.
Sluggo Plus,
They changed it out to Sluggo Plus, and it's really good stuff. It works.
And what you do is it's a little granular kind of pellet thing, and you just sprinkle it all around. So we've been staying on top of that, and our primroses look amazing now.
Yeah, we've been putting around other plants too, because the slugs
of other plants.
We've had a slug problem.
Yeah, we usually do here, but it usually doesn't happen until it's a little bit warmer out.
Yeah, we've had such a mild winter that the slugs have kind of been out all winter.
No, they ate the tops of some of our tulips, which you never see that.
Nope.
It never happens.
Nope.
So. Speaking of pests, we have a great question in the chat. Thank you, Rhonda, and good morning.
Good morning, Rhonda.
What do you do about the aphids on your lupine?
That is a really great question.
It was a mess.
Yeah, it was like an infestation. It almost looked like it was an aphid plant. That's how bad it was.
It was disgusting. And by the way, we got lots of pictures of it, and it actually made an appearance in our book. That's how like crazy
how
this
bad
was.
It was.
We were like, this is perfect. So we have pictures of it in the book.
What we did, Rhonda, was we actually put together was it a 10% solution?
I think it's
so. So we took 1 part water. No, we took 1 part like dish soap. And then 10 parts, basically, rough estimate, 10 parts water, mixed that together in a spray bottle, and we just went out there and we just sprayed the soapy solution all over the plant, all over the aphids. And it worked fairly well, but we had a problem. There were so many that we should have came back probably in the same day and sprayed it again. I mean, it was like layers thick.
I know. Let's not
of aphids. I know it's getting kind of gross now, but that's what
gross.
We had. So we should have sprayed more.
Yeah, we should.
And so what we ended up doing was we had to cut all the leaf material, the whole plant, down to the ground, and hope for the best. And it did actually come back.
They
with new
tried to
leaves.
regrow. Yeah, they did.
Later in the summer and into the fall, they did. So that was good. But that's not always the case.
I know. And that solution worked really well. We actually, it's very natural. The dish soap is not harmful to the environment.
Yeah,
for the most part.
It's a real easy, safe solution spray to use for aphids and other soft-bodied insects.
Yeah.
So like whiteflies, thrips, aphids, mealybugs. It works fairly well on all of those. We actually used it in our greenhouse too.
I was just thinking that as well. We had a little infestation of, wasn't that bad, but we noticed that a lot of our cuttings were getting attacked by aphids.
Mm-hmm.
So we were really mad to find that because it was a little bit too late and we did lose some cuttings, unfortunately. But we used the spray. We kind of sprayed a lot of them, and unfortunately we might have it did affect a lot of the new growth on the cuttings on some of them.
What happens with that solution is it's soap, so it's a cleaning agent, right? So part of what it did when it got sprayed on those leaves, it actually dried the leaves out if there was new leaf material or it's like a herbaceous type of plant. It dried out a lot of the leaves on our fuchsia cuttings, our petunia cuttings, our geranium cuttings, our hydrangea cuttings, anything with kind of more fleshy, softer type of leaf material. It desiccated basically those leaves. We got rid of the aphids.
I know.
But it also really hurt the plants, and some of the plants it killed them.
Some killed them. Some are like powering through and regrowing a little bit, but we'll have to go check that today and see. We also overwintered some geraniums in a really nice terracotta pot, and they're all regrowing. But I'm worried now. I'm like, we need to keep an eye on those, make sure that the aphids don't.
Yep.
Well, to back up from there, we might have mentioned this, but we had overwintered a plant in there, or a container with 3 plants. And we're pretty sure we may have brought them in.
Yeah, we bought these plants from a local nursery. Not really their fault. They probably didn't even know they were there. But when we brought them to our house and we put everything in the greenhouse, their population, the aphid population, exploded.
Yeah.
And they went everywhere. And so that does happen. And so it's just something that you got to be aware of and keep your eye on. And and that's what we used on it at that time. So that's a good solution to use, though. To answer your question, 1 part dish soap to 10 parts water in a spray bottle. So.
I think also, just to add in one last thing, I think for us, we got really busy last summer and we weren't keeping an eye on some of those things because we were writing a book. So that kind of, it ended up using it for the book. But I think that, I hate to say daily inspection, but if you're worried about a certain plant, keep an eye on it.
Daily.
So.
Daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't do that.
We didn't do that, and we needed to.
We should have.
But
yeah, so hopefully that answered your question, Rhonda. Thank you for being here.
She popped in and said, thank you for the help and good advice. Thank you. Thank you. We love, let us know if you have any other questions about any of those things.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
So a couple more of you are here to the chat. We had a couple questions going on throughout the whole live here. And so one is, we have 2 tickets to give away to the Great Grow Along to just you guys who are here today. So if you're interested in being a part of that show, let us know by dropping... let us know in the chat. Indicate somehow that you want to be a part of the Great Grow Along. Maybe let us know why you want to go, or say, yes, I want to enter the contest. We're going to draw 2 names today. So that's kind of...
We haven't really figured out how we're going to draw them yet, but I think we're just going to write them down and then we're just gonna close our eyes and point at a name.
Or the first 2 people that write in and say they want to go, maybe we'll just say, hey.
No.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
I like Sean's idea.
Well, if there's more than 2 people, then yeah.
Okay.
If there's just 2 people, then we'll just give them to them.
So that question would be, do you want to go to the Great Grow Along? Because we have 2 tickets to give away to you.
1 each to a person. So.
And our second question, those of you that are here that, again, a lot of you kind of joined us a little bit later. We usually start at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
And we want to know, oh great, Rhonda, good. Rhonda wants to enter.
Okay, Rhonda, you're going down on the list.
No, we're so excited. We're like, where's everybody?
Go.
So we're wondering if we should start our live time a little bit later on Saturday, maybe like 9:30, maybe 10's getting a little too late in the day for everybody for like.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
So let us know if 9 a.m. is not really the best time for you, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, what time would be better?
Yeah.
Sometime in the morning. So we're open to suggestions on a start time.
Yeah, totally.
So
totally.
So
cool.
With that,
Got Rhonda on
okay.
the
So
list.
we did a few videos this past week.
Oh, yes, videos.
So we'll show you kind of what's going on with that and.
Boom.
So weekly video roundup. So
excuse me.
let's see. This was kind of a little bit controversial. We we ripped out some of our ornamental grass.
Why?
We hate ripping plants out, and we were debating. We're like, it's kind of an eyesore right now, and we don't know. It was taking up a lot of growing space, and we want to add more pollinator friendly plants. This one was not.
Yeah, if you want, go to that episode and watch it, and you'll see what we're talking about. It was spreading everywhere. So the next day we made a short. On Mondays we always make shorts for the videos, and 3 mistakes to avoid when caring for your seedlings. That was a fun one.
That was really
and they're really easy things to look out for to avoid. But you might not know, or it might be something that you struggle with, and so we talk about those real fast because it's under a minute. The next day we had how to harden off your seedlings, and that was fun too because it's always a process to harden off your seedlings, and it depends on your time you have available, what you're growing, where can you set them to harden them off. So it's always that's always a good thing to do, though.
We need to do that today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And then what was that? Was that Wednesday?
So yes, on Wednesday, that was Tuesday. Wednesday we did we unboxed some outdoor vertical planters that we talked about a little bit earlier in this live, and we announced a ticket giveaway over there. We have a lot of tickets to give away. So that is still currently going on, and that giveaway will end Sunday night.
Yep. So go if you want to enter that ticket giveaway, which is for the Great Grow Along. Over and above this one, you need to go to day 336, that video about the Garai vertical planters, and go to the end of that video, listen to what you need to do, and then enter that one to get a ticket there too. So something to think about.
It's out there.
We skipped on Thursday. It was just one of those days where it's
that was kind of my bad.
No, it was just one of those days where we just needed to. We couldn't post. We just wasn't enough time in the day. So on Friday, then yesterday, we had our crocus plant chat. And if you watch that, you know what a crocus enthusiast is called. Do you remember what it is?
I do. They're called croconuts.
Croconuts. You're nutty for crocus.
So
apparently
there's enough people out there they have their own club. They're croconuts. So I guess.
So that's fun. So if you missed any of those, go check them out.
So we're coming up on 1 year of doing a daily video. Well, obviously we've skipped a few days here and there, but we're almost on that 1 year mark, and it's amazing to think we've made over 300 videos.
It's crazy.
Daily videos.
Yeah, if you've never taken on something like this, it's been amazing.
It's been amazing, and it's been a challenge and a struggle and a learning opportunity, and it's just every day.
Yep.
So sometimes we try to get ahead of them a little bit and. Maybe film a couple videos in one day if we're going to be out of town or we have something going on. But
we try.
We try. We're pretty much filming that video the day we release it.
We've produced 336. Is today 30? No, today's 37, something like that. Well, we produced over 300 videos daily to help you out your garden.
I know.
Literally.
It's been so much fun.
We started when the pandemic started and we were all in lockdown. We couldn't leave our homes, but we wanted to do something to help you guys out there through that time and this time even right now to in your garden. So Yep.
That's right.
Our mantra for when we started was busy hands, busy minds.
We called ourselves the quarantine gardeners. I almost forgot about that. We ran that until the summer, and we're like, we don't really want to be quarantined.
Are we really quarantined anymore?
A lot of people are moving around now, so then we just switched it to Spoken Garden Daily.
Yep.
So our debate, or not really debate, but what we're trying to figure out right now is, do we continue on with a daily video? And we're kind of like,
maybe every other day.
I think we're going to cut back a little bit through the week. We want to keep our live every Saturday.
Keep the shorts.
Keep the short every Monday, and then maybe do like an every other day video.
Yeah.
We're still kind of figuring that out, but. So anyway, sorry.
Tangents. We never do that.
I know, right? I wanted Rhonda in the chat, and Dana. Good morning, Dana too. Rhonda said that she planted blood grass when she was a new gardener, and it took over the whole yard. She almost lost everything.
Oh wow!
Those grasses can spread sometimes, especially if they have the right conditions. They will take over.
Yep. If it's a true grass, it gets that runner underneath the ground, and it just goes. So sorry that happened. But it sounds like you got it under control.
I know,
so good job.
You know, and I mean, grasses are amazing. We love ornamental grasses, but this one that we took out just really served no purpose. You know, it's like we planted it there a long time ago. We thought we liked it, and
Yeah, the one we planted, we didn't keep the plant tag, so we can't tell you the exact species of it. But the grasses we do have out in our garden, all of them that we do have before the other ones, besides these other ones that we removed. They're not invasive. They don't spread by runners. They're kind of self-contained. A couple we have out there are fescues. So, and those are just tiny. Usually they're tiny little plants, especially the native ones here. We have native fescues here in Washington State, and they're beautiful. And they're just little self-contained little balls of grass. And
I really love those.
They're so cool.
Those are cool. And then we have a lot of cordy-lines. We have those everywhere.
Oh,
we should show some pictures. You know what? We should do an episode on ornamental grasses.
Yeah.
We should do a live on that. That'd be fun. Just different types. That might be coming soon.
So let's go on the chat. What are you guys talking about?
Dana, thank you for your. I know I've got the chat here, and we've got our
other stuff.
So Dana, thank you for your feedback. First of all, she said 9 a.m. works well for her.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
Congrats on the dailies. And she said she'll miss the dailies, but she'll be here every other day.
Oh, that's great. So thank you, Dana.
We worry that we're like overwhelming everyone's watching schedule with because we put so many videos out.
We've all got lives out there besides the YouTube verse.
I know. We try to keep them kind of short-ish, but we get off on tangents on the videos, of course, because we're teaching and So thank you very much for watching and for all of you for being here. Oh, Sherry just said 9 a.m. works well. Thank you.
Cool.
Start the day off. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Good advice and camaraderie. We could not agree more.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
We love our lives. We love being able to connect with you guys and just get ideas and share. And it's just fun. Yep. So we appreciate really that. Do you guys like our new background? It used to be just this stark white background. It kind of glowed.
Yeah,
but
we DIY'd this last. Was this last weekend?
We did, and we had to get this ready for the Great Grow Along, you guys, because we just filmed earlier this week, and that was an experience. If I could.
It was. We'd never done anything like that before.
So we're so thrilled with hopefully how it turned out. We hope it's helpful.
We're excited, but we're keeping it all inside.
I know it's kind
right
of
now. So
amazing that it happened. But anyway, so we have 2 people so far that have entered today for the ticket giveaway.
That's right.
So Rhonda and Dana. So
hey, Rhonda and Dana.
We'll give everybody else a couple more minutes here. If you would like to enter a free giveaway for a ticket to the Great Grow Along, and this is like the whole weekend. Like you get to sign up for whatever sessions you want.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, March 19th through the 21st. Full access to all of the different presenters and different programs going on. There's other peripheral things going on online too, between the sessions, during the sessions. So it's going to be a great event.
I think it's going to be awesome. I know, and I believe I read, and don't quote me yet because some of their things keep changing a little bit. They're a little bit in flux, but I believe that I read you have up to 6 months to access all the sessions. So if you don't have time to get to all of them, because we're not, there's no way. That you have you have time afterwards to get caught up.
Yep.
So, okay, so, is there any other thing that we've been talking a lot about the Great Grow Along? That was one of our announcements.
Yeah, we've got our book. Oh, that was the other announcement. And it's continually, if you don't know, we've got a book coming out.
Yes.
The First Time Gardener, Growing Plants and Flowers. It's available for pre-order on Amazon coming out, released on April 6th.
It's been bumped a couple times due to COVID, but it's coming.
It's coming.
We're so excited.
It's almost here. We haven't even received the books yet, so we're excited to physically get the books on our hand, show it to you guys. We might do some giveaways.
We might do some giveaways. You guys, speaking of which, Sean and I are just in this like mode of giveaways right now.
Here you go.
You know, it's March, right? Spring is coming.
It's coming.
It's my birthday month, and we just want to do fun.
It's tomorrow.
No, it's not. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
He just said the wrong day. Wow. He's gonna get in trouble.
We're busy.
I know we're busy. So because of all of these fun events coming up, we have an entire month of giveaways lined up. We've been working with some of our favorite sponsors and friends out in the garden industry. We're not going to tell you what they are yet though, right? But this whole month, if you're following us on Instagram or also on YouTube, we're dividing these kind of prizes up between our two audiences. So every week, we're calling it the March Madness, March Madness Month of Garden Giveaways. So
I know when
you're being quiet.
I know when your birthday is.
I know he does. Sometimes we forget what day it is.
Yeah, I literally thought it was
Sunday. I know, I totally thought it was Sunday.
I really thought that.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So, oh, Sherry, that's right. You already have a ticket to the Great Grow Along. That's right. Yay. So I'm kind of thinking, you guys, that I'm going to just double check here and make sure that we didn't miss anybody. But I think we just had 2 people that want to go. So
that's great. That's really cool. You know? It's I mean it's a great event. Like Sherry, you've already bought your ticket. That's super awesome. I know you're excited to go. We know you're excited to go, and we'll see you there because we're going to be doing the live sessions too. But anybody else that wants these tickets, you know, we've got 2 people. If nobody else wants to,
I think we're good.
Do it. Okay.
I think we got winners.
I think we got winners. Yay! Woo! Okay, so the winners are
Rhonda and Dana.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Great job, guys.
Now here's what we need though. We didn't even talk about this before the show. We need you guys to email us because what we're going to be sending you is a code so that when you're going to go to the Great Grow Along website and you'll enter this code and that will be your...
Yep, I think it's the coupon code.
The coupon code. Yeah.
It's a code you enter at checkout. You'll just sign up like regular and then you'll put that code in right at checkout and then it'll be free. So you need to send us your emails or email us at Sean and Allison, all one word, and 2 L's on Allison. Sean and Allison at Spoken Garden, and we will send you those codes.
In case like Sean just said thank you for saying that. And then it's in the chat as well if you want to just like copy that. Sean and Allison at spokengarden.com. So yeah, please email us as soon as you can, you know, because we'd like to get these codes to you so you can, I don't know if they're allowing, I don't know if you can pick your sessions yet, but they're going to email you a week before the event, right?
I believe it's still kind of in flux. They're kind of figuring, this is the first time they've ever put this together. So this is the maiden voyage of this event. Literally, they've never done this before. So they've never brought this many or any of these people, these speakers together for something like this.
This is so cool.
First time for everything. So they're still putting some of the details together.
Yeah, totally.
So what you need to do first really is get your ticket. Get your ticket, get signed up, and then you'll find out more about how to find out more about the tracks and the different presentations. And as we find out more, we'll let you guys know too.
I know.
So, but
we're excited to be...
First, go get your tickets.
Get your tickets, yay!
Yeah, I know, we're excited.
We're excited that Rhonda and Dana are going to be able to attend now. We're so thankful that we get to give you guys tickets, and we're excited that Sherry already had her ticket. We're just thrilled to be able to share this with you. We want you guys all to be there. So if we happen to get any other tickets, we'll let you know.
Yeah. So now if you come across, if you're watching this video later and you weren't here live, but you want to be eligible for and throw your name in the ring for a ticket, you still have time up until Sunday at midnight to enter 2 different ticket giveaways that we're doing. One is here on YouTube, and that is on our vertical gardening. This week we did a video on vertical gardening. We're on that video we're giving 2 tickets away there to the Great Grow Along over and above these 2 tickets. And so you can go there, find that, follow the directions, and enter to win one of those tickets. Or you can go to our Instagram. You can go to Instagram and find our account and find the post to enter there for 2 other tickets.
Lots of tickets.
So just because you didn't get your ticket here that you wanted to be eligible for, that you want to throw your hat in the ring for, there's 2 other opportunities to do that. But both of those do end this Sunday, tomorrow. I remember what day it was.
Real Jiggy was teasing you.
Oh, buddy.
I know.
Oh, man. Yeah. So you have until Sunday midnight tomorrow to enter either one of the other YouTube ticket giveaway or the Instagram ticket giveaway. Otherwise, at Sunday tomorrow night at midnight, they're done. And whoever gets in by that time, you're eligible. Other people, sorry, at that time you won't be eligible.
But starting on Wednesday next week, we're going to have an awesome new giveaway. So keep your eyes open for that, because I think we're just going to kind of run these every Wednesday through the month.
Yep, Wednesday to Sunday.
Wednesday to Sunday every week this whole month.
Yep.
So we cannot wait to give you guys stuff.
Yep.
So watch for those. Yeah, like Instagram and YouTube are the main ones, and maybe once in a while on the live if we have extras to give away.
We might have one more extra. We might have another extra giveaway.
We'll see what we can do about that. But
so
anyway, you guys, we've kept you here long enough. Thank you all so much for being here. We love being able to start our morning with you. We'd love for you guys to have a great weekend out in your garden, and please join us next Saturday for our live 9 a.m. Pacific. We're here every week. We'll just keep it at 9 for now.
For now, until we hear from you guys.
Yeah, we had a couple people say 9, so as long as that's working for you guys, we'll just keep that for now.
Yeah, really appreciate you guys being here. It's been fun for us this morning. Hopefully for you too. Get that coffee, get your breakfast or lunch wherever maybe you're living somewhere where you need lunch now. Get out there and garden.
I know. Have a great weekend, you guys. Enjoy the coming of spring. Got a couple weeks. So
and
close.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.